Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kitty as always. Welcome back to a new video. I know you guys have been waiting on this one and I've been slacking, whatever. It's been a couple of weeks since Jenny came to Dallas and I met her for the first time, but here it is. It's finally here. I'm gonna be explaining like my first time meeting her and the experience I had and all of that. So if you're interested and you want to hear all the tea, then just keep on watching. So let me start off by saying that I have been knowing about JENNY69 for a really long time, since what, 2016 or 2017, when that meme was going around and it was like her during the week versus her on the weekend, and it was like her toda fodonga on the first one and then like her super arreglada on the second one. I'm sure some of you guys remember that meme. But that's how I found out about her. And then when I went and like searched her up and like subscribed to her YouTube channel and everything, I think that's when she was pregnant with Manny. So you guys can only imagine like how long ago that was. So ever since the very jump, I've always been a huge fan of her. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, I've been her biggest fan since the beginning. I've always thought she's like super fucking cute, super fucking funny, and like I feel like I can just relate to her, and just the fact that we're both like Latinas, whatever, and you know, both influencers. I feel like her and I, like, we can like relate in a lot of things, some things, whatever. So like, yeah, I don't know, I just really loved her from the very beginning, and I would literally watch every single one of her YouTube channels. What the fuck? Oh wait, but she does have multiple YouTube channels now, but I meant to say videos. I used to watch every single one of her videos ever since she used to sit in the car and film those Chisme videos. Like, I used to watch those. I used to watch her like going to college when she was in college, and like when she would sit in front of her vanity and like get ready and like talk about Chismes. Like, I remember all that shit. Like, that was a long time ago. I remember when she launched her lash line, when she started her lash line. I remember when she bought her red Lamborghini. Like, I just remember a lot of milestones of hers. And dude, I kid you not, whenever she got that red Lambo, I literally cried for her. Like, I cried. I was so fucking happy for her. Like, I remember I literally cried. I think I messaged her. I think I DM'd her and I was like, you deserve this. I'm so happy for you, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so long story short, we are in 2021. And Jenny came to Dallas not that long ago. I don't remember if it was like towards the end of, oh, you know what? It was December 2020, because I remember it was like the day before my best friend's birthday party or something. And she came to Dallas. And if some of you guys know Makeup by Manuel, he is actually from here, from Dallas, and he is one of her makeup artists. So he's really close to her. So then Manuel is friends with my best friend. I'm talking about Andy, if you guys know my best friend Andy. And so Manuel told Andy that Jenny was coming to Dallas for a photo shoot. And so long story short, Manuel ended up telling Andy the location of the photo shoot where JENNY69 was going to be at. And so then Andy immediately called me, duh, because he knew I was one of her biggest fans or whatever. Or he knew I was a big fan of her. And so he told me, but you guys know I'm a mommy, so like I was looking super fodonga. I had my baby. My hair was not done. Like, this is my hair done right now, but my hair was not done. I was looking super fodonga. I was not in the mood to get ready, and I was not about to meet Jenny looking like that. So long story short, I wanted to go so bad just so I could meet her, but I just could not meet her like looking like that. So I was like, it's okay. Like, I'll just meet her next time. Like, it wasn't meant to be, blah, blah, blah. But Andy did end up going to the photo shoot. So Andy did end up meeting her at the photo shoot whenever she came to Dallas. And he even ended up taking a video with her, like, and she was like, everybody come out to Andy's party tomorrow. Like, y'all better be there. Like, basically inviting everybody to come out to Andy's party. And I went to Andy's party, obviously, because, like, you know, he's my best friend or whatever. So I went to the party. And I saw the video and everything. I think I even reposted I reposted that video to my story. Like, I was like, oh, the queen has spoken. Like, you guys better come to the party, blah, blah, blah. And so long story short, Andy ended up meeting her there. I could have met her there, but I didn't. Then fast forward to, I don't even know how long after that it was. It could have been a couple weeks or like a month or a couple months. But after meeting her there, I think she ended up inviting him to her house in California, which like that's crazy. Because Andy actually ended up going to California and he went to her house and like he was hanging out with her and they were dancing and they like filmed a video and everything. He didn't upload it, but like obviously he showed it to me, you know? And so like that's crazy, like the fact that they met here in Dallas and then he went out to her house in Cali, like that shit was so crazy to me, but like I was so excited and happy for him. And so then fast forward to like, I don't know, I would say last month. Right now we're in June. Like around May or April, Andy was over here at my apartment and he was on FaceTime with JENNY69, okay? And she ended up telling him that she was gonna come back to Dallas to host the club. So basically Andy and I both knew that she was coming to Dallas to host the club, like way before she even announced it, way before the club even announced it. And we were like, oh, what club? Because obviously like we know all the clubs out here. I for sure know all the clubs out here. So we were like, what club? And she was like, oh, I'm not so sure, but like I am gonna go and no sé qué, no sé qué. And so I was like, OMG, like this is gonna be my chance to finally meet her. Like I'll go to the club or whatever, you know? And Andy and her were already friends, so I kind of had, well, I don't want to say I had that advantage of like kind of being close to her because he was close to her, but you guys will see that that was not the fucking case. Now, fast forward to a couple of weeks later, when they finally announced that she's gonna come and host the club. It was actually Clutch Dallas. That's a club here in Dallas. And they made the flyer and like posted the date and everything. So I was like, oh, okay, she's gonna go to Clutch. It was gonna be on a Thursday, which I was like, okay, a little bit weird, but whatever. Like, I'll be there. Like, duh, I will motherfucking be there, you know? Like, I want to meet her so bad. And I was getting so excited. Like, I was excited to like turn up with her. I was excited to dance with her, like take videos with her. And I told my mom about it and she was so excited too. My mom is like so cool because she's super supportive, like about anything I do. She's so supportive. And so she was like, oh my god, like you guys should film a YouTube video together. Like you should tell her if you guys could film a video together, like do a prank or do a challenge. And my mom watches all my videos, so like she was like, you should do, you remember like when you did the whisper challenge like a long time ago, like you should do something like that with her. And then I was like, yeah, like I want to make TikToks with her, like at least a video or something. That's not me trying to get clout off of her. That's just me trying to like collaborate. Because like, I know I may not be like super huge, but like at the end of the day, I'm still an influencer. You know, especially here in Dallas, like I'm a big influencer here in Dallas. So the fact that she was coming to my city, like I had to work with her like somehow, you know? I had to do something with her because I have YouTube, I have TikTok, I have IG, Snapchat, like I have everything. So we had to do at least something, you know? All right, so then we already knew like what date she was gonna come and like we already saw the flyer and I had already reposted it and blah, blah, blah. And I talked to the promoters of Clutch because I know all the promoters of all the clubs here in Dallas. And so like they ended up telling me to promote the event, you know, the night, and that I was gonna get in free, blah blah blah, and you can bring like people, like whatever. And so I was posting the flyer and everything too, and I was basically like on the VIP list too. So everything was ready to go. And then fast forward to Jenny already being here in Dallas. I forgot where I was, but basically Andy was already here at my apartment. He was staying with me for a couple of weeks, so he was here already. And then I got home. I don't know where I was, but when I got home, Andy was on FaceTime with Jenny again. They were on FaceTime in the bathroom, and I walk in there, and obviously I don't stand right next to him because I'm not trying to be in the frame. Like I don't want her to see that I'm there, so I'm kind of just standing there like listening to them and just watching them or whatever. It was the day of the event, and she was on FaceTime with Andy, and she was getting ready like on the FaceTime call. She was getting ready on FaceTime, and then he was doing something, I don't know, but I was like watching her and I was just like, oh my god, like she's so cute, like he's on the phone with her, like that's just crazy. Like I don't know, like I've always looked up to her so much, and I've told multiple people that like that's my idol right there. But I see her as an idol because like we both come kind of like, I don't want to say from the same place, but like we're both Latinas, we're both influencers. Like if she can make it that big, I can too, you know? And so I've just always looked up to her, and like just the way she is, and like how she doesn't give a fuck, and I don't know, like I've always fucking loved her. Anyways, I'm like getting off topic. And so yeah, so Jenny was on FaceTime with Andy, and I was just like, oh my god, like whatever. And then I finally say hi to her. I get on the FaceTime and I was like, hey, how are you? And then I was like, I'm Kitty. Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm Kitty, I'm Andy's best friend. I was like, do you remember me? Because I think I had said hi to her in the past whenever they were on FaceTime before. And so I was like, hey, do you remember me? And she was like, oh yeah, you're his best friend, right? Like, I remember you because of the blonde hair or whatever. And I was like, yeah, like, I can't wait to see you tonight. No sé qué, no sé qué. It's gonna be so much fun. And then she was like asking Andy about her outfit. She was like asking for opinions about her outfit. And then like I was kind of like trying to help her too, and I was like, oh yeah, I was just giving her pointers, you know, like because I know like what kind of club clutches and all that. So long story short, like I was there during the FaceTime call before the club. All right, so now fast forward to like after they get off of the call, Andy basically tells me some news that I didn't know. He was like, hey, so like we're actually gonna go on a party bus to the club. He was like, we're gonna get to the club at 12 a.m. midnight, and we're gonna ride on a party bus before the club event. And I got so excited. I was like, oh my god, really? Like no way, like I'm trying to go, like that's gonna be so lit. It's gonna be like kind of more closed off, like less people. And so like I don't know, a part of me was really excited because I was like, oh, I feel like I'm able to go, and like Andy can bring me, you know, like that's gonna be so cool. And he was like, oh, but like she doesn't want a lot of people on there, and like ¿qué me dijo? I forgot. Oh, like basically he was like, oh, there's already gonna be like 10 to 13 people. He told me a number, and he was like, and she doesn't want like anybody else, like, or like people she doesn't know. And I was like, what? Like a part of me just got like super disappointed. Like I know you met her in person already, and you met her before me, but like I'm your best friend, and I'm kind of a big influencer in Dallas. Like bring me, like, you know, like bring me with you, like what the fuck do you mean? And so like he was just telling me that like I couldn't come, and then I was like, ah, it's okay, like I'll just come with you and just show up, like ni modo que me diga que no me suba, or ni modo que me diga like, oh sorry, like you gotta go because you can't be on the bus with us, whatever. And he was just like, well, like I don't think so. Like, so long story short, like I was like, okay, well, like whatever, like it's fine, I'm not gonna go, I'll just see you at the club, and I'll just see you at the section. And so long story short, me and my other best friend Lorena, my girl best friend, I was like, well, if we can't go on the bus, like let's just go pregame somewhere else. We'll just go to another bar or whatever, and then we'll just show up at 12. Like let's not show up at 10, which is when the doors opened. I was like, let's not show up at 10, let's show up at 12 whenever they show up too, and let's just go pregame somewhere else. And so that's what we did. And honestly, like that was so much fun. Like it was so lit for us to go pregame somewhere else. And then we showed up. We actually showed up a little bit late. I think we showed up like at 12:30, and they were already there. So this is when it gets good, because this is like us arriving to the club and like meeting her and everything. So I get to the front of the club outside, and I hit up the promoter. I was like, hey, I'm here, like I'm outside. And then she comes outside and lets us in like nothing, because you know we've already worked together in the past and she knows me and blah blah blah. And so we go inside, and then we obviously walk straight into the section, not into the section, but straight into the club, and like next to the section where she was at. And it was obvious that she was there because there were so many people surrounding the section. And so we go and we see everybody turning up, and obviously we see Andy like super turning up. Like he's like standing on the table and he's dancing and turning up, and I'm like, look, there's Andy. And like we're just standing like staring straight at Andy, like waiting for him to get us in the section, you know, because like, all right, well, if we're not able to go on the bus, like that's fine, but we're here now, like somehow like squeeze us in the section, or like tell her like, hey, my best friend's here, like can she just squeeze in the section, like whatever. And this is a fucked up part, but he doesn't even make eye contact with us. Like he doesn't even acknowledge us. And obviously, like, we're his best friends, and like, you're staying at my apartment and you don't even say hi to me or acknowledge that I'm there. And we're just standing there, and like, I'm standing right there, and then Lorena's standing right behind me. I remember that. I think we were holding hands or something. And he doesn't even acknowledge us or make eye contact with us. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, if you know that you can't get us in the section, or that she doesn't want us to get in the section, the least you can do is say hi or something, you know, or come down and say hi to us and like give us a hug, whatever, and then go back to the section, or explain what's going on and then go back to the section, because we were literally right there, like right next to them. No más que we weren't inside the section, you know. And then basically a long time passes and we're still just standing there by the section. And a long time passes, and long story short, we did end up getting in the section, but because of Bianca, which is Andy's other friend, she's also my friend, but like Bianca is Andy's like really close friend as well, you know, and I'm friends with her too, so like she was able to get us in the section. And she also went on the party bus. So I was confused because Andy told me that nobody else could go and like that only he was going, but he never told me that he was taking Bianca on the bus. But that's another story, and I don't really care about the bus. But and so she ended up getting us into the section, and then when we were finally in the section, not even right away too, like a couple of minutes later, he like finally like acknowledges us that we're in the section, like literally in there with him, and then like says hi to us or whatever. Okay, so then we get into the part where I finally meet Jenny, and ella era otra who was also like not even acknowledging us. Like, I don't know if she was seeing us as like just some fans, or like some other fans or something, but like, you see my blonde hair, you know who I am, like, you know I'm Andy's best friend, like at least say hi to me, like at least like smile at me, or like wave, or like give me a hug, or I don't know, but like she would like look over us, like wouldn't even make eye contact. And like, I'm not trying to bash her and I'm not trying to talk bad about her, but like, she wasn't being rude. Like, she wasn't rude. I don't think she was being cocky. I don't consider that cocky. She wasn't being rude or cocky or mean, like none of that. But the thing is about her is that like, she wasn't being friendly either. Does that make sense? Like, she wasn't being like amigable. You know what I mean? Like me, whenever I meet you guys in person and y'all like say hi to me and call me by my name, I'll be like, hey, how are you? Like, what's your name? Like, nice to meet you. Or like, sometimes you guys ask for a picture and I'm like, yeah, of course, like, let's take one. Like, being friendly, you know, because like, that's how I am. But her, like, I don't know if she was in her zone or like she was tipsy. Like, I don't know what it was. But me, when I'm tipsy or like I have alcohol in my system, I'm friendly to the max. Like, I'm even more friendly, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah, like, she just wasn't being like friendly or anything. And like, you would think like if you meet your fans, like you're gonna be friendly to them, but then if you meet somebody who's like close to like a new friend of yours, which I'm talking about Andy, like you should be even friendlier, you know, and like you would want to turn up with them and get to know them or something. But that wasn't the case with her, and it took a long time for her to like actually introduce herself to me. And that's because I literally went like super close to her, like literally under her narices, and I introduced myself first. I was like, hey, I'm Andy's friend. And she was like, oh yeah, Kitty, right? And like, she even knew my name and everything. I was in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, she knows my name. Like, well, why wouldn't she? You know, she should remember me from the FaceTime calls. And so I was like, well, she knows my name, so I don't know. And then another thing that I noticed was there really wasn't any girls in her section. It was mostly like all guys. They were mostly all gay guys. And I'm not saying gay guys like trying to discriminate. Like, no, I love gay guys. Like, nothing against them at all. Like, I'm just explaining to you guys in detail, like, who is there, you know? And there was, like, casi no había nada de girls. If anything, there was, like, 1 or 2 girls, like, at most. I'm like, well, like, maybe she doesn't want other girls in her section. Like, maybe she wants to be the only girl. Like, I don't know. Like, in my own personal opinion, like, when I go host a club, like, I want as many bitches in the hoe, like, as possible. Like, I want as many girls there as possible to, like, turn up with me and dance with me and, like, have fun with me. You know what I mean? I guess I was just, like, extremely disappointed. Just because, like, I've been such a huge fan of hers for a long-ass time. I've literally watched all of her videos. I'm subscribed to all of her channels. I follow her on all of her social medias. I'm always tagging her on stuff, always messaging her, always DMing her, which she would never answer, by the way. And for her to act the way she acted, like, was just a huge disappointment. Was just a huge disappointment to me. Like, I don't know. I guess I just wish it was different, you know? Like, I was over here trying to make a whole YouTube video with her. I was over here trying to make, like, a badass TikTok with her. I don't know, maybe she doesn't like blondes or something. And so you're gonna see in the videos that I'm standing next to her and she's not really, like, even, like, acknowledging me or, like, not even noticing me. And then it gets to a part where it's kind of really sad, like, watching it back and also experiencing it, obviously, because I experienced it, like, you know. Watching it back, like, makes it even sadder because, like, it's, the proof is in the video, you know, the proof is in the video of what happened. So there comes a part in the night where they start playing cumbias, which you guys should already know that I'm a huge dancer. Like, I love to dance. Dance has been my passion for years. Like, since I was 4, I've been a dancer. And so when they play cumbia, like, of course I'm gonna want to dance. And then Jenny was dancing. She was dancing cumbia. And then I saw that she was dancing with my best friend, Andy. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, like, if she's dancing with Andy, like, I'm pretty sure she would be down to dance with me. Like, here in Texas, it's really normal for girls to dance together. And in Cali, too, anywhere, you know, like, it's very normal for a girl to dance with a girl. And so, like, I don't know, just that, like, positive side of me just thought, like, oh, like, let me try to dance with her. Like, let me tell my other best friend to record us. And, like, I can put that in the vlog. Like, oh, me dancing with JENNY69. Like, at least, you know, like, that's the least that I can post with her. Like, if we're not gonna do a TikTok together, or, like, if I can't even get close to her, if I'm not even invited to the party bus or anything, let me at least fucking film me dancing cumbias with her. Like, whatever, you know? Andy and her are dancing right there on the floor abajo. And then I'm just standing there, like, basically waiting my turn to dance with her. And I'm just watching them dance, like, cheering them on. Like, you'll see that I'm cheering them on. I'm, like, staring at her, and then I stare at him. And so they should get the clue that, like, I want next, you know? Like, I want to dance with her next. And, like, they never give me the chance. And they, like, él nunca me la da. And she never comes to me, or, like, she never, like, hands me her arm to dance with her or anything. And then there's a part where Andy, like, he's wearing a backpack, and there's a part where he gives me this weird look. And I don't know if that's him, like, like, what are you doing? Like, go away, or, like, she doesn't want to dance with you, or, like, I'm dancing with her. Like, I don't know. It was a look that I didn't understand. And immediately after, he, like, takes off his backpack and, like, hands it to me. And I was like, okay, pues, quiere bailar más comfortable, you know? So I'm like, well, let me take the backpack and put it down somewhere. Like, I got you. Like, I'll do you that favor. And I don't know if he's like, hey, like, I know I ignored you, like, when you got here, but can you please hold this for me? Like, it was one of those options, you know, like, of that look. And, like, I know I'm saying things about my best friend, Andy, and, like, you guys hear me saying, like, my best friend, Andy, because I still consider him my best friend. And I know I'm saying things about him, but, like, I just feel like it's very important within the whole situation that I point out, like, things that he was doing and, like, things that he said too. And I'm not trying to bash him, and I love him to death, and, like, I have no issues with him. Well, honestly, like, I don't know, because I never talked about this with him because I didn't want to make anything awkward. I didn't want any issues with him and our friendship. Like, I didn't want to lose his friendship, obviously, and like we're still friends. So I just never like had this conversation with him. But I'm sure he's gonna watch this video, and if he does watches it, then I guess he'll know how I feel. But yeah, so that happened. At the very end, I finally get in to dance with them, and so I think it's like the three of us dancing. But like luego como que ella no quiere bailar conmigo, or like she didn't like that I got in there to dance, because as soon as I stepped down to the floor to dance with them, she turns around, like she does a flip or something, but she turns around, and watching it back, I kind of took that as like, oh, like what are you doing? Like, I'm not trying to dance with you, like, you know, like that's how it looked. And she never once gave me her hand to like spin her or to dance with her or anything. Like, you can see that we're dancing separately like the whole time. And she never even looks at me in the face. She never even never makes eye contact with me. Like, really? Like, the least you can do is dance with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is wrong with her? Like, literally, like, seriously. And so, honestly, like, watching back that specific video of us dancing cumbia, watching back that video is kind of what made me want to do this. Like, that's kind of what made me want to sit here and explain the whole situation to you guys, because I don't want to post that in my vlog and then you guys be like, what the fuck, Kitty? Like, it looks like she didn't even want to dance with you. Like, she did not want to dance with you, Kitty. Like, I was already expecting the comments. Like, I already knew you guys were gonna comment that, like, you know. So like, I don't want to look dumb ahead of time. So I was like, you know what, let me sit down and like explain everything so you guys could know that I'm fully aware. Okay, like, I'm fully aware of like just everything. Like, I don't even want to go into detail, but like, just know I'm aware of everything. Like, every single look, every single mug, every single like ignorance, like everything. Like, I know. As soon as they left, and we did end up taking a picture, and I'll put it on screen, it's right here. And the only reason we took that picture was because the photographer, the Dallas photographer who I know, and like, he's taken pictures of me in the past, so I personally know him and I follow him on Instagram. He was like, hey, stand next to her, like, I'm gonna take a picture, y'all. Like, not even because I asked for a picture, not even because she asked for a picture. Like, the photographer was the one who told me, like, hey, let me get a picture of y'all. Because even the photographer knows that we're both big influencers, you know? And so that's the only reason I even stood next to her and, like, took a picture with her. So that picture, I actually got it from him. Oh, and also, you guys, my friend Bianca, the one I told you guys about earlier, I guess Jenny put her in charge of like vlogging for her for the night, for her vlog, for her YouTube channel, because Bianca had her vlogging camera. Like, she was holding it and she was like, oh yeah, Jenny told me to record, so like, this is her camera. I was like, oh my god, no, wait, that's her camera. Like, so excited, to that fangirl, you know? And she was like, yeah, she told me to record. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. And so there was a point in time I was like, fuck it, like, she's gonna see this footage, like, she's gonna play it back. And so like, I took the camera and I recorded myself. I think I recorded me and Lorena, or I recorded me, Lorena, and Bianca, or just me and Bianca, something. But it wasn't like me by myself, because that's weird. And so long story short, like, I made sure to like be in a video in her vlogging camera, because I was like, okay, well, if she's gonna post a Dallas vlog or whatever, like, I hope she like puts me in it so people can see like, oh, like, she was there, like, whatever. And so when I went and watched her Dallas vlog that she uploaded, I never once came out. Not once in the vlog. Like, not when she like, nothing, never. Like, if I'm not here telling you guys that I was there, like, you guys would probably believe that I didn't even go. Like, deadass. But who cares, you know? Like, I mean, she chooses to put whatever she wants in her vlog, just like I choose to put whatever I want in my vlogs. Like, all right, if she doesn't want another girl in it, like, it's fine. Like, I'm not tripping, but I'm at least gonna point it out to you guys so that you guys know. And so yeah, those are just key points that I remember from the club and being in the section. Oh, let me point out a last little like point or whatever. The guys that were there, some of them were super sweet. Like I met a couple of them. I met one specifically, his name was Kevy, and he was like, hey, I'm from New York, like how are you, like blah blah. We even ended up following each other on Instagram. Like that just shows you the possibilities of meeting somebody new even at the club, and you're still able to like follow each other on social media. He was like, hey, like I'm from New York, like you should come out, Jenny's gonna come out, you should come like at the same time that she does, and we can just all hang out over there. Like he was being so sweet, and he was dancing with me, and he was talking to me, and he was like being a normal friendly human being to me, you know, like compared to like Jenny or like even my best friend, like this dude was being like super sweet, but whatever. And so that was another point. So like those are all kind of just key points that I remember from that night. And then finally, she ends up leaving the club. I don't know what time. What was it, like 1:30 a.m. or like 2 a.m. cuando se acaba? And so as soon as she left, like we left too. Me and Lorena were like, well, let's leave. We had an after play after that. So we're like, oh, let's go to this after play. I think it was like a party or whatever. And so we're like, yeah, let's leave. Oh, also, whenever we first showed up and we were just standing by the section, remember when I told you guys? When we were just standing by the section at first, we were like, let's just get a picture. Or Lorena was the one who told me. She was like, let's just get a picture and like fucking leave already. Like, because we were upset that Andy was ignoring us. Like straight up ignoring us. You know what I just remembered? Okay, let me point this out before like Andy fucking kills me. And like, he's like, why didn't you tell them this? There was a point in time before we got into this section and kind of after, like we were just standing there at first, where Jenny goes to the bathroom y se lleva a muchos de los muchachos that were with her, and my best friend goes with her too. And we saw her leave and we're like, oh, it looks like she went to the restroom. And so Andy texts me finally, like, but he texts me, like, he never said hi to me in person or anything, like never acknowledged me, but then he texted me when he goes to the bathroom. He was like, hey, I came to the bathroom with her. I'll try to get you in whenever I go back. Like, just wait for me. Like, wait till I get there. And so he did tell me, like, I'm going to try to get you in. Okay, he did tell me that. And then that's when Bianca got us in to the section while they were gone. That's important for me to tell you guys. That's when she got us in. And so, like, and then I texted him back. I was like, oh, no, it's okay. We already got in. But, like, Bianca had got us in or whatever. So, yeah, that happened too. I'm sorry. Like, memories are just coming back to me. So, I'm, like, just, like, telling you guys as I'm going. And so, yeah, that's how that night went. And then Kevy, the guy I told you guys about, that he was like, oh, I'm from New York. Like, nice to meet you. No sé qué. He was like, hey, are you guys coming with us after? Like, we're going on the bus. Like, come with us on the party bus. Come with us to the hotel. Like, we're going to go and keep turning up. And he invited us to go. And I was like, I was straight up like, oh, no, it's okay. We had plans already. Like, we're going to go somewhere else. Thank you so much, though. Like, oh, thank you for the invite. But, like, fuck no type shit, you know? We even, like, turned down an invitation to, like, an after play with them. Because, like, I'm not going to let you, like, keep treating us like this. Like, none of y'all, you know? And so, long story short, like, we ended up leaving, like, as soon as they left, too. Like, we walked out with them. And so we left and we went to the after party. And that after party was so freaking lit. Like, I will never forget the after party. It was so freaking cool. Like, I had so much freaking fun. I had a great time. Like, I had an even better time at the after party than at the club. Like, that was the highlight of my night, was the after party. And so ever since that happened, ever since I met her and I had that experience with her, like, everything just changed inside of me, like, about her. Like, I was just mad disappointed. Like I told you guys, I was mad disappointed. I didn't unfollow her because I still love her. I still look up to her. I still think she's pretty as fuck. I still think she's a fucking bad bitch. Like, I'm not gonna unfollow her just to be petty. Like, who cares, you know? But I don't watch her stories anymore, hardly. And when I would watch her stories, like, Lorena was like, oh, like, now that I see her, like, she kind of just gets on my nerves now, like, whenever I watch her. And, like, you guys know the way, like, she talks and the way she carries herself. And some people might not like that, like, the way she is. But it has never bothered me. Like, like I've always liked her, like just exactly the way she is. I've always liked her. But now, like, I see the way she talks and like what she posts on her stories, and I'm just like, well, I got to experience the real you. Like, I know exactly how you are now, so you get a different aspect of people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was the story of the first time I met my idol, JENNY69. It was mad disappointing, and I know a lot of people have different stories about like their first time meeting certain influencers and like how they are also like disappointed as well because of their experience. It sucks that it happened to me too, you know, but at the end of the day, like, it's whatever. Like, I know she doesn't care about me. Like, I know it's like when you have a hater, you know, like, I'm not saying I'm hating on her because I'm not a hater like to her, but it's like when you have a hater, like, who cares? Like, I'm not interested in you. Like, I don't care about you. Like, your opinion doesn't matter to me. You know, like, if anything, it's benefiting me, like, because you're just, like, speaking on my name and making me more famous. So, if some of you guys don't even know who she is, like, you will now. And so, technically, like, I'm giving her, like, more fame. But that's, like, beyond the point. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but whatever. But like I said, she probably still doesn't even know who I am, doesn't care about me, like, and it's totally cool. But this is just me, like, telling you guys my experience with meeting her for the first time. So definitely leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about that situation, and everything I said is 100% true and 100% happened. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Share this to your social medias and copy the link and copy and paste that link on your stories. Tag me if you watched this video, and if this video ends up turning out to be super long, because I know I have been talking for a long time, if it ends up turning out super long, then I'm just gonna post the actual vlog and like the footage of all the videos of that night in a separate video, and this will just be like me kind of explaining everything that happened. So it'll be like a 2-part video. So if I end up cutting this video right here, just know that there's gonna be a part 2 video. So subscribe to my channel, turn my notifications on, and be on the lookout for that second part, because I do have like actual videos of us at the club and all of that. So I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys on my next one, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you guys. Bye.